Hey guys, welcome to inheritance video, and I already started a battle, but so I started Swampert against this guy, and he started Umbreon, and so he uses U-turn and switches out to Azelf, and I just figured I'd go for Stealth Rocks, and here I was like, well, do I want to go for Toxic, or should I like use Milk Drink, because like I didn't know what this thing was gonna do, so I just went for the Toxic, and so he knocks off my leftovers, and honestly, right now that's fine. A toxic is kind of just what I needed, and because of that damage, I just figured, well, no matter what he does, I think I live it. So I'm just gonna go for milk drink because, I mean, I really don't know what Kecleon does, and this is my first inheritance game. So, and that ice beam does half my health, and I just use milk drink, and so I was thinking like, well, I could just use milk drink again, but that's probably not a very good idea because he might crit me and other stuff. But I decided to just do it anyway, and it paid off. And he comes out with Chandelure, which is a Torkoal, and I have Sap Sipper from Miltank. So I figure if he uses Solar Beam, I'm fine. And of course, he does go for a Solar Beam, which is amazing. And I used Earthquake predicting that, and oh, it was amazing. And so, yeah, that's a big oof for him. Um, yeah, I have 384 attack now, +1. It's pretty good, so we'll see how this goes. Personally, I'm thinking he'll probably send an Azelf, maybe Glalie, but he goes for the just normal Garchomp, and so I'm like, well, might as well just go for the Toxic or something, because I wasn't sure what he'd do, and I thought maybe I should switch, but in the end, I decided to just I think I stayed in an Earthquake. Yeah, I went in for the Earthquake. He uses Dragon Dance, which is fine by me, because I just got a ton of damage off, and that's 53% of his health. And he has no switch-ins for Earthquake, so of course I'm just going to go straight for the Earthquake, and he Tectonic Rages me, and I lived somehow. I was like, wow, this is... Swampert is so tanky. It's nuts. This is a full HP defense, by the way, so I made this completely physically defensive Swampert League. And I wanted to make it so it could actually do something after it used Stealth Rock, so I was like, I need a tank, I'm making it a tank. So, yeah. So he brings out his Tapu Koko, and I mean, there's nothing I can do here, really, other than switch. But, I mean, there's not really anything I can switch into a Tapu Koko, even if it's inheritance, because you never know what that thing is going to do. And so I was like, well, what's a Mawile gonna have for it? And of course, it has freaking Sheer Force. This is gonna hurt, no matter what hits it. And it's insanely dangerous for a switch in. So I mean, I think I always here go Earthquake because of the damage, and that's gonna knock it out. But I think I was thinking Milk Drink, but yeah, he went for Fire Fang. So yeah, I go Excadrill, and he has no switch-ins, so ideally here, I just go Earthquake, and if he was going to switch in, I think I would go Iron Head, depending on what it was, but I just use Earthquake, and since this is a Hariyama, I get Sheer Force, so this is massive damage. 44% of his health, that's exactly what I need. I know I'm going to be faster, I'm Choice Scarf, I mean, what's an Umbreon going to have on it that's, like, it's not going to have Choice Scarf, and it's still not going to outspeed me, so he brings in Azelf, and I crit it with an Earthquake, which didn't matter. I think. I mean, I don't think that was a defensive Azelf, but you never know. Glalie, I know I'm going to be faster because Choice Scarf, so just might as well Earthquake. It's going to kill, and it does, so he's probably going to bring in... well, he forfeited, so... yeah, that's the first game, I guess. So let's find another one. So this is the team I'm using. It's a Keldeo, that's Masquerain, an Archeops from, oh boy, what's his name? Toucannon, Excadrill from Hariyama, Snorlax from Gliscor, Swampert from Miltank, and Sceptile from Superior. So, yeah, this is my team. This is what I'm running. Okay, next game. I think I'm just gonna lead Swampert again because Stealth Rocks is amazing. I'm a tank. No matter what he throws in, really here, it's not gonna be able to beat me. But that Landorus scares me. I was thinking for some reason that might be a Flygon Muck, because that's all I know about Muck right now at this point. I mean, I didn't really look at the meta or anything. I probably should have, but you know, I'm stupid. But yeah, I just led Swampert, but he sends in Landorus with a Gliscor, and that kind of surprised me because I thought, like, if you're gonna pick a Landorus, you're gonna go offensive, but no, he didn't, and so I currently toxic him, which is fine, and so I just threw out my Stealth Rock, and he throws out Stealth Rock too because I was expecting whatever he's gonna throw out, I'm probably gonna live. He's a Gliscor, so he's not gonna be offensive, and of course I was right, and so it's like, well, what do I do here now? Because if I switch, if he Earthquakes, it's gonna hurt no matter what. And I'm assuming he has Earthquake, fully assuming he has Earthquake, because you know it's Landorus T. Like, so I'm like debating whether what I should do here, because like Swampert can't touch it, and so I'm like, well, whatever, Excadrill, because I have Ice Punch, and of course he one shots it with Earthquake, and so I have Keldeo here. I probably should have just sacked Keldeo for to get my Excadrill in, but I didn't because I'm dumb. And for some reason here, I went for the Quiver Dance instead of the Ice Beam, I believe. Yeah, that ended up being fine because Muck. I know it was Mienfu, and I was like, what in the world? Like, what do I do against this thing? What's it going to do to me? And so it's just like, I can barely even touch this thing, really. So I just look up Mienfu quick, because I'm like, what is this thing going to do? So I think here it's going to have Regenerator. There's no way it's going to have anything else. I mean, why would it have Reckless? I mean, honestly, that'd be weird. So weird. So I mean, like, it could totally be offensive and have like Bulk Up, Drain Punch, or Calm Mind, or some weird crap. But I don't think it'll have like Fake Out or anything. It's probably like some sort of tank set, and I don't understand what it is. But yeah, it might even just be like a tanky sweeper. I don't know what's going on here. So I just decided to go for Scald, expecting decent damage, and it does nothing. He just eats it up, and it does. Of course, his attack does decent amount, and it poisons, of course. So it's like, what do I do here? I don't have really any answers to this. I mean, I was Swampert, but I think I totally forgot about it at the time for some reason. So I just threw in my Snorlax, and I'm like, well, maybe I can get my Sustain and Roost, and like I can totally just Swords Dance up and beat this thing. That's what I was thinking here, I believe. And so he uses U-turn, goes out, which is, I think, the smartest thing he could have done here. And he goes to his Gengar, and it's like, well, okay, this thing's probably going to destroy me. I mean, it's Nidoking, it's going to have Sheer Force, Life Orb, it's going to hurt. So I just figured, well, he might try to set up on me or something. And I live Sludge Wave, so just knock off. So that worked out well for me, and huge threat out the window. That's amazing. So, like, what's he going to throw in here? Like, Lando? He could throw in, honestly, anything here. But he's probably going to go, like, Lucario, Beware, and, like, Extreme Speed. Is what I was thinking, because I had seen a Beware with Extreme Speed, Lucario. And I figured, you know what? It might be like a setup, like it might Swords Dance on me. I don't know why it would, but that's what I thought at the time, so I was gonna go Roost. And I thought, well, I might be able to beat it with Facade. I don't know why I was thinking that, because, well, I mean, it would have been fine actually now that I think about it, because it's not gonna have Fluffy. But yeah, I just used Extreme Speed and killed me. Don't know what I was thinking. But here I go out to Swampert for my being physically defensive, and I'm just going to Toxic. I mean, it's not going to do a whole lot of damage, and it does do a decent amount, but I just Milk Drink, and then I get plus 10% every turn if it just mashes Extreme Speed, because there's no way that thing isn't choice banned. So I just keep Milk Drinking, and I'll be fine, because I also have Leftovers, so I'm consistently gaining health. Even if he does get a crit, it can kill me at this point, but... And then I just Milk Drink again, even if he switches, because that way I'm still fine. So I just have to switch here. And, I mean, I have, like, nothing to touch Lando. Like, I think I have to sack my Keldeo, even though it's what beats it. And then he throws in Landorus. At this point, I'm just like, you know what, whatever. I'm just going to throw out an Ice Beam. I'm probably going to die here. But then I can get a safe switch into something, and I can probably beat this thing down. And then he switches into Muck. And I just get a free Ice Beam and then die. I don't really care, I guess. And then I was thinking, well, I could go Archeops and set up, but it breaks my Sash, and I don't want to risk that. Just... because you never know what could happen, and I was thinking, well, I can't just go in Sceptile, because Leaf Storm, contrary, isn't going to kill it. It's not going to be enough. I'm going to die by the time I get enough to kill it. And so I'm thinking my only option here is Archeops. I don't know why I kept forgetting about Swampert, but I just clicked Brave Bird here, I believe, or Knockoff. Because if he switches, Knockoff is amazing here. And even if he doesn't, that gets off his item, and that's good. That's very, very good. That's what I need. Just an item off of anything would allow me to like eventually just switch into Scizor and kill the whole rest of his team. I know it sounds pretty nuts, but um, it's possible. It's highly possible, in fact. And for some reason, he switches into his Archeops. I get his Life Orb, and I'm like, oh well, this is free. I can just smack down, or well, actually knock off again because that would kill the Archeops, and then if something switches in, that's a free knockoff. But instead, he wins the speed tie because I am Jolly. In fact, I think I don't remember. I might not be Jolly, and he probably was. So anyway, so here I can just go into Swampert and toxic anything that comes in, and he just uses Head Smash, and that kills him. So I'm fine here. I think I probably should have. Well, I couldn't switch into uh, Sceptile because Brave Bird, and so he just switches into Beware. I figure, well, just Milk Drink up again. Doesn't matter. So uh, he does 60% of my health, which is more than what I can handle. And so he uses close combat, and that lowers his defenses. So I live one more close combat, and that means I Earthquake, and that thing is dead. And then potentially I can just set up for the rest of the end game with Sceptile. And if his Alolan Muck comes in, I might be able to get an Earthquake off, or maybe even like something else. So he switches into Thundurus. I click Milk Drink here, just in case I live or he doesn't attack for some reason. So I switched into Sceptile, Mega Evolve, and Hidden Power. Because that's the only way I win this. Like, and I just have to bet on that killing. I can't get off a Leaf Storm, I'll die. So, I mean, I might not die, but I can't take the risk. No way I'm taking that risk. So he brings out the Muck, and, well, this scares me. I think, what I thought here was Glare, and if I can get off every Glare, then I win. And then, because, if I get off Glare and then get every Paralysis, I can just Leaf Storm up and I win. But, no, he broke through the Paralysis and got me with Poison Jab. So, that's a win for them. I didn't play this one very well at all, but it happens. Can't always go at your best. So we get another battle in here. So we got another Lando T, which is really scary. We got a Thundurus. Tapu Koko, that's scary. This thing's scary. Garchomp is scary. Gengar's scary. I wasn't exactly sure what a Celesteal was going to do, but I thought it was going to be dangerous. And so I got out my Stealth Rocks and he used Coil. That scared me. That really scared me. I got to be honest. I wasn't sure what he was going to do with Coil, but I just saw getting up attack and defense. I need to get that thing off. So I got my Earthquake off, and that actually killed his sub. And so I was like, you know what, Toxic. I have to do it no matter what. If he gets subbed up, then I lose. And if he doesn't for some reason, then I win. And for some reason, he didn't put up a sub. So yeah, and then he throws out the Dragon Dance. I'm like, what in the world are you doing? And so, I mean, it's a free win at this point against this thing. So I just Earthquake. And so, yeah, there's that. I mean, if he's going to attack me, I'm going to die. So there's no point doing anything. And I figure here, I always Milk Drink because I'm slower. And if for some reason he decides not to attack me, then, I get health up and he dies from Toxic. So it's just like kind of okay. Like, what was that? It's like that clearly was not meant to be a 1v1er, and that's what he used it for. So, like, what? So I set up my Archeops thinking I'm getting a free Swords Dance here, and then I can just do whatever I want. And I'm like, well, no, I gotta go for knockoff because like Gengar is so dangerous. I might not outspeed it. I don't know what he's gonna do, but I could probably outspeed it, but it could be a speed tie. And so I just go for the knockoff, and I get it. I get the speed tie, even if it even was a speed tie, and I kill him, which is great. And even if he switched, I would have gotten the knockoff. So here I can do pretty much anything. I can switch. I could go Swords Dance, but he's faster. So I have to switch. So I just go Excadrill, predicting the electric attack, because, why wouldn't you? And so, yeah, he goes Thunder Punch, because he's Mawile. So I figure here, well, I can use Earthquake, but he has Thundurus and Celesteela. And if I Iron Head, I can't touch Celesteela or Landorus. if I knock off, I mean, that'd be fine, but I want to do better than that. So I go for Ice Punch here, expecting Landers. But no, he switches into Celesteela, the Pavilion Celesteela, actually. So I switch into Keldeo to try and get up Quiver Dance and Ice Beam, but unfortunately he he Sleep Powders, and I'm just like, oh no. And I just hope that I can get up, like, first turn sleep, because that happens sometimes, and of course I don't. And I don't know what I was thinking there, because, like, you never get that, but sometimes you do. It's whack. Anyway, so I decide that I have no idea what I want to do here, because it's Quiver Dancing, and that's highly dangerous. So I just go Snorlax, and I go Knock Off, because I need to get rid of this thing's item, but it's his Z move. It just Supersonic Sky Strikes me, and it's ridiculous. So just go out to Archeops here, hoping I can get a Smackdown and get it on the ground, and then I can set up for Excadrill sweep. And so he uses Energy Ball to crit, but I have Sash, so I live. I get my Smackdown off, and I mean, there's not much I can do here. I mean, I just have to take the hit, and I was looking to see if I had any possible switch-ins, but I mean, if Keldeo wakes up, I want it, just in case. So, I mean, it doesn't really do a whole lot, but he does work. So, he's Smackdown right now. So, Ice Punch kills, and it also kills Landorus. So that's what I have to do right here. I get a crit, doesn't matter. And then he throws in Landorus. I just Ice Punch again, because, you know, Scarf. I don't know why I put in the exclamation point, because, you know, he totally could have been Scarfed as well. Anyway, so I just decide to go in Keldeo here, set Keldeo. He's completely useless to me at this point. Yeah, so he gets off the Intimidate, which is bad ability, which is great for that situation anyway. So I just go Mega Evolve and Leaf Storm for the kill, because this sets up Excadrill to beat his Tapu Koko and back. Maybe I should have just not Mega Evolved and gone for Leaf Storm, but it was fine in the end. So, you know, who cares? Got the kill. I still get the sweep here, so I just go Leaf Storm again, because if I switch, it's too dangerous. So, yeah, get the Leaf Storm off, does good damage. Definitely in range for Earthquake or Iron Head or anything. And it might have Balloon, you never know. So, that's what I thought, even though, you know, I don't know why I thought it might have Balloon, because Stealth Rock and everything, and attack on it. But yeah, just go for the Iron Head, get the kill. And yeah, that's that battle.